There is life after Brexit as well, and I do not believe that the whole market is going to be moving out of London.
CME Clearing Europe is a London-based clearing house. Are you afraid of losing the euro-dominated business to a continental competitor?
Well, not really, but let me add a little bit color to this question. We have had this famous decision of the United Kingdom, a democratic decision, that I have to add, to leave the European Union, which is a decision you can be in favor or against. That's not the topic. But immediately after that decision, competing financial markets, example Paris, example Frankfurt, have suddenly shown their kind of hungry wolves who were trying or are trying to inherit financial business from the UK, because they believe that once London is out of the European Union, that financial center will collapse. Now, I have a completely different view on this topic because of the simple fact that London has been a financial center way before the European Union and before the UK joined the European Union. So, frankly speaking, there is life after Brexit as well, and I do not believe that the whole market is going to be moving out of London. It's a cost issue, it's a political issue. There are a lot of points to be added there. Having said that, I have to add that obviously one of the previous events in this London-based clearing issue was the fact that the European Central Bank was actually planning to have euro-denominated transactions cleared in the Eurozone. This has been successfully contested by the United Kingdom. The European Court has decided this is not possible. It's not the mandate of the European Central Bank to actually to define what kind of clearing can be done elsewhere in this part of the European Union. So that has been clearly confirmed, and is still valid as long as the as UK is in the European Union, and I mean that will be to at least 2019. Now the question is, am I afraid? No, I am not, because as I said before, London has always been a financial center. London will continue to be a financial center even after, if, as, and when Brexit happens. So no, I'm not afraid.
So if the UK go ahead and leave the European Union, what will CME do?
Probably not much, frankly speaking. Obviously, it is part of any due business management and due risk management to try to evaluate what is going on and to be in a proper position to act or react to certain situations. There is not much we probably will do, because for the group as such, the CME Group, which is, as you know, a big American exchange and clearinghouse group and financial infrastructure in the United States, is going to see what the situation really happens. I mean, there's no need to have a first to already decide at this point in time. As I said, this exit as such, if it happens, will be sometimes in 2019. There's still a few months to go until that situation will happen, and we have ample time. Of course, we are evaluating what we could do if we have to do something first of all, and what we can do. Of course, we are following the discussions very closely, which are held in the markets, where we hear from politicians what they think. But just remember one thing. Europe, at this point in time, is probably no longer looking the same way in 2019 because of one simple aspect is we are having elections. We're having elections in Italy, we're having elections in France, and we will have later on elections in Germany. So if the current people are still in power in after those elections, remains to be seen. We have seen just last week that sometimes the prediction of certain wise men do not necessarily apply. And the surprise of the public was big when we heard the results, say, of the American elections. Maybe, and I'm just saying maybe, we will be surprised about the results of the French, the Italian, and the German elections as well. And then we talk about a different world. So from this aspect, one has to wait to see what happens there. There's another aspect. If the European Central Bank or whoever would be in power of saying something and would define that euro-denominated contracts must be cleared in the Eurozone, this would call on the political level as well, because let's face it, the Americans could do the same and could say, all right, from now on, all US-denominated transactions have to be cleared in the US. The Japanese could say the same thing, the Chinese could say the same thing, and that's a political component which still has to be solved, and where we don't know what kind of result we will see. My pleasure, thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the other Bergenstock interviews on our website. Goodbye for now.